Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your soul biographer, here to help you make sense of your soul stories, cycles, and circles. And oh boy, can we talk about my cycle and circle? Next month is my birthday. And if you've been watching long enough, you know last year the universe gave me a big old present of a hospital stay. But this year, the universe is giving me a present of a solar eclipse, so I can only assume that one of two things will happen. Either great fortune or I'll be dead. So, just in case, I'm throwing a little bit of a sale right now called the Bull Shift Sale. Now, this sale is actually just for Tauruses. Sorry, folks, I'm just giving it to my own. Right now, Tauruses are stepping into some amazing karma. They're about to go out and build their next projects, and I want to support you, fellow Bulls. So, I'll be selling 2 readings a day during the Taurus birthday period. Try to hop on your actual birthday if you can for just $99. That's $60 off the regular cost, and I'm doing it because it's a good thing to do. It's kind of like me being grateful ahead of time for my fortune to come. So if you'd like a 1-hour reading with me right now, come on down to soulmart.me while supplies of the bull last. I'm not bullshifting you either. You know that's true. Well, I've got some other good news going on right now. First of all, SGTV, TV for the people, by the people, is launching with some exciting projects next month. Namely me, I'm getting my own talk show. No kidding. It's called Serious Joy. I'm going to be on 5 days a week. I'm going to be connecting with people. This is a live show. It's going to be recast on many different channels. But the reason I'm bringing it to you right now is because I want to reach out to you. This is a talk show for the people, by the people, and particularly I'm interested in light workers. I'm interested in healers. I'm interested in alternative people. I want to interview someone fascinating living in their heart every day. And this is a talk show where we're going to step in our heart. I'm going to teach you how to live in serious joy. I'm totally serious. So please come on down to soulgarden.me. We are now casting. Just click on Serious Joy and fill out the survey. We're looking for books, any kind of products, any kind of service, recommendations. You don't have to be the person. Really just come on down and tell us your formula for serious joy. Well, let's get to your joy, shall we? Without further ado, let's take the ascension elevator and focus just on you. See you upstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. In the unlikely event of an elevator depressurization, an oxygen mask will drop from the ceiling. Take a deep breath and think Summer Breeze by Simon & Garfunkel. We're 21 days from Serious Joy.
And here we are up at 33,000 feet for the Libras, the Libra Risings, and what I call the Peace Artist, if you bought a Lightcast report card. And it has been a bumpy road, mostly with your marriage. We're in Chapter 3 of Sun in Aries. You're going to move on what you allegedly do best, and I'm just saying that to tease you a little, because it doesn't feel that way. Marriages, long-term partnerships and marriages. Why do you feel so uneasy about relationships right now? Well, because the universe is upgrading Libra's perception of marriage right now with Uranus in your sign, which means that the entire world of marriage is upgrading. Have you noticed with gay marriage, for instance? That is one of the avenues that's going on. Another change in marriage actually is most people aren't getting married anymore, at least in my generation, or aren't getting married the second or third time. So where does that leave you? Well, it's been about a lot of breakdown of the marriage. That's really the beginning of any marriage transit, is how you balance yourself with the world and where you stay in balance with the world. That is your own relationship to yourself. That's where the most radical change is going on for Librans and Libra Risings for the first time in their life. But this week you're going to work on that high concept harmony idea. How do you live in harmony? How do you have a marriage in harmony? How do you have blissful unions with other people? That is the big inner question that we are going to begin. Now this week the sun goes from step 18 to step 25. That is action on Sunday, and then on the following Sunday, praying to God, the universe, to see if everything's okay. Actually, it's finding out. And as you notice there, the sun conjuncts Mars at the end of the week, and so you're going to take immediate action on what you sense next Sunday. So there's no time to waste. Your home planet is at 29 degrees at the end of the week in Aries, which means that you are already creating and way ahead when it comes to the transit. So although you are technically going through the steps of marriage and partnership, you're really kind of ahead on where you think it's going to go already, or where you sense it's going to go. Now Saturn has retrograded to step 9, which is an action or reconsider of action in Scorpio. This is a powerful reconsideration. This has to do with reconsidering actions that deal with self-esteem. So for instance, if you want to put the two together, you might have stayed in a marriage because you were worried of money. Now maybe you won't stay in a marriage because you're worried of money. At the end of the day, though, Saturn will go direct and cross this spot one more time. So it's very possible you'll have yet one more consideration when it comes to money. And then finally, Jupiter has reached 13 degrees, which means there will be some profound breakthrough for you. This breakthrough deals with your understanding of things, all right, your overall belief structure. And you haven't had a quantum leap like this since August of 2012, but you might have had it into the wrong direction. Now you're maybe seeing the right course of belief structure. And prior to that, April 2001, this is before 9/11. So in April 2001, there was a breakthrough of how you also looked at things. And when we're talking about looking at things, we're looking at the overall global picture, meaning what gives you meaning and life purpose. So reconsidering life purpose belief structure. All right, so now for my favorite part of the show, where you see what is above is also below. And I like to start, of course, with Sunday, so you have a nice loop-de-loop. Cloudy chance of anxiety on Sunday. The moon is in Pisces, and that is causing a little bit of, watery emotions. You don't like that. That puts you into the moment, which is what a lot of your challenge has been, is to stay in peace in the moment no matter what happens in your life. But Mars is ruling the day, which is an action aggressor, and it's ruling it in Aries, and so that's double action aggression, and Uranus is at 9 degrees in Aries. So this is where you're going to feel the courses of action when it comes to what you must do for your mirage take over. And if you have procrastinated standing up for your own mirage for yourself, then you may have a tendency to overreact or oversteer the car. Typical Libra move. So be careful about that. You want to take baby steps if possible. If you have been acting only on ego up until now and not spirit, in other words, what spirit's telling you versus what your ego wants to accomplish, this is where your ego will set you up to fail if you're not careful. So be very spiritual, at least pray in, see if your guides are with you on this one. On Monday, you are sunny and you are performing. Things do shift into a nice way. The moon is in the moment, so your emotions and body are working as one. You're also going to do a little bit of emotional healing in the moment, emotional healing in the workplace perhaps, and also some clarity too. This is a time to get things off your chest about something because the moon will cross over Mercury. In fact, let's take a closer look. If you look at the diagram, the circle there shows Chiron and Mercury. In that consciousness, the moon crosses through here, and so there is an emotional purging healing. That's in the moment, and then it crosses Mercury, which is an articulation, so you can really articulate how you feel. This may be you articulating to a boss or somebody exactly how you feel about something. On Tuesday, it's cloud of serious love issues. That's because the moon moves into Aries, so now emotions move out of lifestyle and into the mirage issue. This is where the feelings might surge, so you might have stayed cool Libra, not really allowing your own personal emotions to get into it, but not anymore. The moon forces it upon us. In your case, as the moon crosses Uranus, this is the enough is enough kind of energy, and so you really should find an outlet on this day because you might act out if you're not careful. At the same time, the sun has progressed to 20 degrees, meaning your awareness is ready to deal with the long-term marriage issue. So no matter where you are with your marriage has also reached a passionate, volatile point. And for those of you who are in happy marriages, then this is a point of taking it to the next level. And believe it or not, I would think as an astrologer that if you're content, that means you're going to be extremely content because Uranus is saying move ahead with new relationships. On Wednesday, sunny and sentimental. It's Love Fest Day, it's Light Cast Day, and fortunately for you, it's all around relationships. Plus, the universe has given you Jupiter, which is a feeling of unlimited possibilities as you wake up in the morning. That unlimited is what you should apply to the possibilities. Give God, universe, room to write, would ya? Fill your heart with love. And what this is a new moon. So Light Cast Day is filling our emotions and getting passionate about what we believe and planting that in our conscious will and tying that to the cycle of the moon. This is an old pagan ritual that does work because it pulls us through the emotional spectrum of an issue if we line it up this way. So this said, you want to fill your heart with love and you really want to just visualize and just put your passion out there for that marriage partnership you want, which of course in the background means you're being a new person to you, all right? And hold that space. Later in the day, the moon crosses Venus, which is kind of a restoration of emotional feelings. It's a healing. No matter where you are in marriage and marriages, you should feel pretty good by the end of the day when emotions cross your home planet, Venus. All right. Then on Thursday, it's cloudy with a chance of some anxiety, unfortunately. 2 reasons. The moon goes underground and puts emotional focus on trust and intimacy. So suddenly you're vulnerable. And that vulnerability would happen no matter what the headlines are in your life. However, that vulnerability is coupled with maybe an emotional realization of where things will actually go. If you allow your feelings to flow, you're going to see where the marriage actually is. This is beyond your thinking. This is beyond your concepts, your planning, your strategy. By letting your feelings flow, you will get truth, because in the emotional field is truth. You may not like it. That's why there's a little grumpy Mr. Happy there. On Friday, it's cloudy and private. You are withdrawn but not hurting, I believe. Mercury rules the day, so the universe is letting you jump back into your mind where air signs like to live. And you're living in that mind, but passionately, so conscious of that. Moon in Taurus also makes you really only want to hang with people you trust. And what you want to do is allow your feelings to continue to spread, okay? We're exploring. And what you were exploring is exploring options in marriage and partnerships. The answer is not going to come right away. On Saturday, it's partly sunny and learning. Venus rules the day, so you are back to feeling yourself, I would say. And the moon is in an air sign, so you're doubly happy. Now you don't have to feel so heavy. And this allows you to kind of explore. This will allow you to, your feelings get behind your beliefs. So you're probably contemplating your beliefs about marriage, your beliefs about partnership. And if you don't know where to find a belief, well, it usually is shoulding all over you, all right? The belief part of us is the shoulder, and it shoulds this, and you should do that, and you should do this, and I should be this way. All that shoulding, that's your belief structure. And if you agree with the shoulding, if your heart agrees with it, then you actually believe it. If your heart doesn't agree with the should, then you are under a false belief. And so that's what you're feeling on Saturday, those beliefs. On Sunday, sunny and inspired. You're sunny and inspired because the moon will actually cross Jupiter. And that Jupiter point where I said there's a breakthrough that you haven't had since 2001, well, this is a emotional slingshot. So in a way, you're in that same gravitational force. It is a belief structure change. It's a change, an emotional shift of what brings your meaning and life purpose. In this case, you're probably focused on marriage. In that case, since it was in 2001 April, you were probably focused on marriage then too, just by the nature of where the sun was. So some interesting stuff there. One last thing here with the circle. As you can see, the moon all week, goes through all this turbulence, and then the quiet period. And then here on the edge of the weekend, the moon shifts into beliefs and thinking. So it's not till Sunday when it crosses Jupiter right there that we have this emotional belief structure epiphany. So if you're living in doubt all week, hold out till Sunday. Let's fly home. Well, this concludes another edition of Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. Hey, incidentally, if you are watched over by the guardian agency, start looking out around 4 p.m. your time for your Serious Joy Report. Each day I'm going to put in a little bit of a paragraph that guides you based on your sign into your heart to help you stay in your heart for 24 hours. Just one more advantage of being watched over by yours truly and the guardian agency. Now, if you're not watched over, you can always try it for just 1 penny. Well, that wraps up another fantastic edition. Thank you so much. I love you very much. Come on down and tell us your casting ideas or pitch your ideas. Remember, with Serious Joy at soulgarden.tv. And I'll see you next week. Live, love, be. So.